Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me? All right, so we're about 5 minutes to showtime, so we'd kindly like to ask everybody to take your seats. And for the students, remember to not have your hood on.
Good morning. Welcome, and thank you for participating in the College of Medicine's 2021 hooding ceremony. I am Dr. Raymond Curry, the Senior Associate Dean for Educational Affairs at the College of Medicine, and very pleased to be here at this ceremony today and to see all of you in person. How delightful. Now, on Friday afternoon, formal commencement exercises for the College of Medicine will take place virtually so that all students can celebrate together. Although the official conferring of your degree will take place at commencement, it's been a College of Medicine tradition to have a special hooding ceremony prior to the formal commencement. For several years, the special hooding ceremony has allowed students to select individuals, mentors, family members, to place the ceremonial graduation hood. And throughout the years, the popularity of the event has grown a great deal. This year, students were invited to choose a UIC faculty member to hood them. And we're proud to say that this year we have over 140 students participating, the largest in the history of the event. This wonderful ceremony will incorporate as much pomp and circumstance as possible. And we hope every one of you and many more of your family and friends are watching on the live stream and cheering for one another. I would like to begin by welcoming those families, friends, and loved ones who are viewing the ceremony on the live stream. These students' success would not be possible without your love and support over the years. Will the graduates and faculty please join me in a round of applause for all those faculty, friends, and loved ones joining us today. We're delighted that in the course of these 4 ceremonies over 2 days, we could actually see you all in your regalia. Very colorful, and by the way, Feliz Cinco de Mayo. The regalia you're wearing and the hood you will receive represent the culmination of an intense academic journey toward the degree of Doctor of Medicine. We are delighted that over 50 faculty were chosen to hood the 140 graduates during these ceremonies. To our faculty, your presence here is a testament of your commitment to our students' growth and success. Our gratitude and appreciation for all your work and the impact that you have on countless students is evident by these students' choice to select you to bestow the honor upon them. To our graduates, I'm honored to join you in celebrating this tremendous achievement. The last 13 months of your medical training have taken place during the most challenging health crisis in many generations. You continued your study of medicine with grace, humility, and a sense of service. Your education was changed as the city, country, and world changed. But what remained brilliantly clear was how necessary your work is. You've done this work with the support of your family, supporters, and faculty members. And we continue all the traditions that have been in place since long before the pandemic here by celebrating with these regalia and with this ceremony. These are rich in tradition, dating back to medieval times. This is an opportunity to celebrate and share your achievements with all those who supported and guided you during your educational journey at the medical school. These people will remain forever at the center of your intellectual compass. They will become beloved advisors, reliable counselors, trusted colleagues, as will many of your classmates, being advisors as well as colleagues. For medical students, as has happened throughout the history of the profession, our new doctoral candidates have built upon and refined a rich foundation of knowledge accumulated by previous generations. With the conferral of the degree, you will begin on your path to contributing to this foundation. And I know that one day, you too, somewhere, sometime, will be asked to hood a new doctor of medicine and continue the tradition. So as you begin your careers, our challenge to you is to share your knowledge with your students as your mentors have shared their knowledge with you. Please enjoy this great moment with your colleagues and mentors. On behalf of the entire faculty, I wish you great success in all your future endeavors. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Fred Zahr. Dr. Zahr received his medical degree at UIC with honors, 1979, and received the Granville Bennett Award for outstanding contributions to medical student education while he was a medical student. He has dedicated his career to education of students and of residents since then. He's currently professor of clinical medicine, program director of our internal medicine residency, and co-course director of the synthesis course. He is also a perennial award winner. This is the fourth consecutive time he's been selected by a medical student class to be keynote speaker for the special hooding ceremony. I'm still debating whether this afternoon at the second iteration, I will call it the fifth consecutive, or maybe it's more like duplicate publication. I should avoid that. In addition, he's a prior recipient of the Gold Humanism Award, three-time recipient of the C. Thomas Bombeck Award for Excellence in Medical Education, six-time recipient of the Alpha Omega Alpha Outstanding Faculty Award, and 13-time winner of the Golden Apple for Excellence in Teaching. The medical residents have honored him by selecting him 15 times as the Clifford G. Piltz Attending Physician of the Year, and at our 2012 commencement, the College of Medicine bestowed upon him the Faculty of the Year Award. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Fred Zahr to the podium.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction. I'm already getting emotional, so I don't know how I'm possibly going to get through this. Today commemorates the completion of a great journey known all too simply as medical school. Along the way, you have learned to separate art from science, evidence from experience, and intelligence from wisdom. You've seen how self-doubt gives rise to self-discovery. You've made great strides and great friends, impressed many, failed few, and tested the limits of your abilities as you juggled your commitments to patient care, studies, family, and friends, often feeling you were shortchanging at least one of them along the way. You've tried to learn it all, knowing with certainty you never will. You've tried to save each life, knowing quite well that you cannot. You've given of yourself until you've had no more to give, and then you gave some more. You've learned so that you may teach, and you've taught so that you may learn. You've tried to remain objective while the suffering of others tugged at your heart, and then realized it was all right to feel the pain and cry with them. For this and many other struggles and sacrifices you have made over the last several years, on behalf of the faculty at UIC, I thank you. Because most of all, you have succeeded in becoming a doctor. And for this, your teachers, classmates, family, and friends will always be proud of you. And this special hooding ceremony embodies the pride that medical educators have in training the next generation of physicians. The special hooders here today were instrumental in the pursuit and the sustainability of your medical education, and this is no easy task. No other profession requires more years of education than ours. Cherish the friends you have made these last many years and the families that have stood beside you and that are watching today. You've shared with them what few can have and what even fewer understand. For the training of a physician is a complex recipe of perseverance, dedication, selflessness, and humanism with a dash of fear. Fear of the unknown before a new clerkship, fear of failure on that exam or at the bedside, and even fear of someday being on the other side of the equation and having the illness that you see right in front of you. For although it is true, not everyone will become a doctor, it is also just as true that all doctors will become patients. And therefore, there really are not two sides to this equation, just two human beings giving to each other. Our patients teach us everything, and we, in turn, thank them with our time, our kindness, and our care. Yes, you have learned to listen to people's abdomens, carotids, and chests, but more importantly, the words of the person who owns them. For they are not stomachs or lungs or blood, they are people. Each life, a book, whose story has led them to you. Turn the next page slowly, for the next chapter is up to you. In conclusion, just as the University of Illinois gave me the wonderful gift of allowing me to practice in the medical profession many decades ago, I now pass that gift on to you, just as your special hooders will do in a moment. And I look forward to your graduation this Friday. Yes, today marks the end of a journey, but also the beginning of another. May you all have a long and fulfilling career as a physician graduate of the great University of Illinois. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Czar. That was beautiful. The graduates all know of Dr. Czar's passion, and those of you that have not met him before just caught a glimpse. Now, I'm very pleased to present the William J. Grove Outstanding Student Award for 2021. The recipient for this award is selected by a committee of the faculty based on the qualities exemplified by Dr. Grove, one of our former deans, a commitment of intelligence, a combination rather, of intelligence and skills with excellence in academic achievement, a high level of involvement in medical school, a commitment to the medical community, altruistic pursuits, and leadership qualities. I now invite Natasha Mehta to please come forward to center stage as this year's Grove recipient. Lots of bling going clink, clink, clink. Natasha has distinguished herself as an outstanding student inside and outside of the classroom. She has achieved 2 of our highest honors, induction into Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society and the Gold Humanism Honor Society. In addition, she has been a James Scholar student, a member of our education-centered medical home program. She's contributed greatly to the success of her fellow students as a peer educator and by serving on the Chicago Medical Student Council throughout all 4 years and as president in 2019. She has also been actively involved in research throughout medical school with a wide range of interests, from assessing students' Step 1 experiences to global research projects pertaining to women's health issues in India and in Thailand. She will be embarking on a residency in internal medicine as part of the global health track at Stanford University. Please join me in congratulating Natasha Mehta with this award. I'm delighted. Now, before we transition to the hooding of our graduates, I'd like to provide a little bit of background on the history of this tradition. The hood is an article of academic dress that dates back to the 15th century in England. Hoods were given distinctive colors and linings that identify the field studied, the level of degree, and the institution awarding the degree. Our MD graduates today will be wearing a green hood designating medicine and trimmed in blue and red for UIC. Our PhD graduates wear a black hood trimmed in blue and red for UIC. Also, many of the graduates are adorned with medals, as you just heard clanking down the aisle, honoring academic and professional excellence, such as Alpha Omega Alpha, the Gold Humanism Honor Society, and graduation with honors. Our UIC faculty, chosen as Hooders, wear the regalia from their fields and their universities of origin. I know they can fondly remember when this symbol of academic achievement was bestowed upon them. They have earned the right to be selected to ceremonially bestow the hoods on these students in the presence of family and supporters. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dean Mark Urosef, who will read the names for the hooding ceremony. When your name is read, please approach the stage and meet your faculty hooder here. Dean Urosef.
Thank you, Dean Curry. And now that the students will proceed to the podium. Our first candidate, PhD student, Dr. Zachariah Bertels, who will be hooded by his mentor, Amina Pradhan. Dr. Amina Pradhan. And feel free to applause as our students. Our next candidate, Jason Garcia, who is hooded by his mentor, Dr. Larissa Nunn. Our next student, Victoria Maste, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Kishore Wary. Our first medical student being hooded, Gaurav Agnahatri, hooded by Dr. Neha Agnihotri. Our next student, Jacqueline Alvarez, hooded by Dr. Claudia Laura. Alexandria Card, hooded by Dr. Kristen Kennan. Tiffany Cheng, hooded by Associate Dean Dr. Heather Hyman. Our next student, Maya Cloud, hooded by Dr. Kristen Cannon. Ryan Diamond, hooded by Dr. Nicole Thompson. Dr. Thompson, you can stay on stage. Oh, is it sorry? Okay. Atul Aparath, hooded by Dr. Fred Czar. Mokun Fagemison, hooded by Dr. Patrice Frederick. Mohammed Hussein, hooded by Dr. Amanda Osta. Ishang Ho, hooded by Dr. Amanda Osta. Natalia Yellen, hooded by Dr. Amanda Osta. Sydney Joyner, hooded by Dr. Nicole Thompson. Elsbieta Collada, hooded by Dr. Claudia Laura. Rumandeep Kaur, hooded by Dr. Cheryl Connor. Angie Koo, hooded by Dr. Sean Blitzstein. Alan Lee, hooded by Dr. Fred Czar. Catherine Ludwig, hooded by Dr. Amanda Osta. Michika Maeda, hooded by Dr. Claudia Laura. Natasha Mehta, hooded by Dr. Heather Hyman. Carlos Montero, hooded by Dr. Nicole Thompson. Johnny Nguyen, hooded by Dr. Fred Czar. Olive Ogahe, hooded by Dr. Fred Czar. Catherine Ospino, hooded by Dr. Amanda Osta. Kyla Price, hooded by Dr. Fred Czar. Monica Sharma, hooded by Dr. Sean Blitzstein. Mahi Singh, hooded by Dr. Amanda Osta. Rex tie, hooded by Dr. Sarah Messmer. Manpreet Tawana, hooded by Dr. Pooja Bhatt. Jeremy Zhang, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Kashima. Helen Zhang, hooded by Dr. Amanda Osta. Thank you, faculty hooders and students, and I'd like to bring Dean Curry back to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dean Yosef. Boy, it's such a pleasure to be here in person to see that again. For most of the past 2,500 years, the Hippocratic Oath has stood as a symbol of the physician's responsibilities and commitment to patient welfare. The World Medical Association, at its second General Assembly in 1948, created a temporary successor to the Hippocratic Oath, which outlines a contemporary, successor to the Hippocratic Oath, which outlines in concise terms the professional duties of physicians and affirms the ethical principles of the global medical profession. This document, now known as the Declaration of Geneva, or sometimes simply the Physician's Pledge, has since been revised several times, including at the 2017 World Medical Association's General Assembly right here in Chicago. I would now like to ask the class of 2021 to rise, if you're able, as well as all physicians in the audience to please rise if you're able, and recite with us the Physician's Oath, along with the graduates. The pledge is found on the first page of the program. You may repeat each sentence after me. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and activities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you. You may now be seated. Congratulations to our graduates. I'd like to especially thank the faculty mentor-hooters for their participation and all of you who joined us today for this important and memorable event. Please join us virtually at the 139th commencement ceremony of the college this Friday, with a slideshow beginning at 1:30 and the ceremony at 2 p.m. This concludes the hooding ceremony. Please remain seated for some post-ceremony instructions from Dean Hyman.
So many congratulations, everyone. It was amazing to be able to have a front row seat to see that. You all did beautifully. So just there's an opportunity now for photos. So just for some instructions, when you're inside, if you wanted to come back.